Hey you, my name is Joseph Warren and today I'm going to be talking about the 2 key ingredients that are necessary to bake an amazing, delicious success pie. Yum. This is inspired by a quote from one of my favorite people to follow on Twitter. That is Naval. Naval is a successful investor and entrepreneur. He's a CEO of AngelList, and he has a famous quote or tweet that goes like this: impatience with actions, patience with results. That's be impatient when it comes to your actions, but patient when it comes to your results. How often do we do the opposite? I know personally for me, I tend to get discouraged and very impatient when I'm not seeing the results I want to see as quickly as I want to see them. It reminds me of my blogging days. Earlier this year, I was doing a consistent blogging practice, and I remember sometimes I would work very hard on a blog post, I was very proud of it, and I would release it, and it would get very few likes and very few views. And I found this to be very discouraging. And now looking back on that, I see that that was foolish. I was really taking the power out of my hands. Because, again, I cannot control the future. I cannot control the results or how quickly they come in. But what I can control are my actions, what I do in the present moment. So for all the time and energy that I wasted worrying about not getting enough likes, I could have used that time to make more blog posts, to find ways to improve the blog posts that I was putting out there. I like to use the analogy of planting a seed. I think that's a beautiful analogy when it comes to business. Say there's 2 farmers. One of them plants a seed and then he becomes very impatient. He just stares at the soil and just is worrying, when is this going to sprout up? When am I going to have, my harvest? And then another person plants a seed, and since he knows it's the time for planting seeds, he just keeps planting them. He knows it's time to be planting seeds, so he just keeps planting them. And the other guy's just worried, he's very anxious about when it's going to sprout up. Now, which farmer would be more successful when it became harvest time? The one who was worried about when his plant was going to come up, or the one who planted seeds when it was time to plant seeds? Obviously, it would be the second one. The one who planted seeds when it was time, waited patiently, would have the most successful harvest. Inspired by this quote of being patient with your results and impatient with your actions, here are the 2 keys to success. Number 1, patience. Start with adding a cup of patience to your success pie. In order to be successful at anything, you have to think in the long term. And the best way to sustainably do that is to be patient. Though we've seen many examples of people who would be considered overnight successes, we never see the long hours that they put in working and practicing to get to that level. For instance, I have a friend who's very good at playing the guitar. Now, even though I see him up on stage playing the guitar and I know he's really great at it, I know what I'm not seeing is the hours and hours of work that he puts in to be good at playing the guitar. It takes work. It takes patience to get to where you want to go. Patience with results is important because it gives you the space to operate and get better at what you're trying to get better at. And it allows you to focus on what you can control, which is your actions in the present moment. Can't control what happens in the future, can control whether or not you're putting in the work today. Now that you've added your cup of patience to your success pie, the next step is to add an ounce of consistency every single day. If something's important to you, prove it by taking consistent action every day towards that goal. Say it's important for you to write a book. You could say it and it really means nothing, or you could take consistent action every day. Maybe write a page a day, or sit down and write for 45 minutes every day. Which one shows that it's really important to you? Obviously, taking action does. Maybe it's important for you to get into shape. Lots of people say that at the beginning of the year. I can't wait to get into shape, this new year, new me. But so few people actually prove that it's important to them with their actions. Be like the people who take action towards what's important to them, because your actions reflect what is actually important to you. If you don't take action towards something like, say, getting in shape, that proves that it's more important for you to actually be comfortable where you are right now than it is for you to achieve that goal that you said was important to you. The law of compound growth or exponential growth applies to our actions just as much as it does to our money. Because every new action is built on all those years and days of consistent action that came before it. The knowledge and the wisdom that you have is always built on the foundation of the knowledge and wisdom that you built in the past. And this will continue to happen until you reach something called the tipping point. And that's when you know you're becoming a success. To picture this on a graph, the way it would look is like this. Lots of time putting in consistent practice, getting better and better very incrementally, and then suddenly it turns exponential, or becomes obviously exponential, and your growth goes into overdrive. So if you are serious about turning your dreams into reality, prove it by combining patience with consistent action every single day. I dare you. Sooner or later, you'll hit something that's called a tipping point, and your growth will become unstoppable. You will be unrecognizable from the person that you were at the beginning of the process. The great thing about this technique is that it works in all sorts of arenas. It works for your fitness goals, financial goals, it works relationship goals, even your career goals. So, thank you very much for watching. I very much appreciate it. Be sure to subscribe if you want more content on how to turn your goals into reality. And I also have some amazing content coming up that you're not going to want to miss, including an interview with someone who's been in the public speaking arena for 50 years. That'll be a live stream interview, if you can believe that. That's going to be amazing. Very much looking forward to that next week. So hit like and subscribe. Thank you for watching and have an amazing day. Adios.